legs so short and thin.
Hello there, everybody. Happy Hanukkah to everyone of my Jewish friends. And I do actually have a lot of Jewish friends. And so it was, by the way, it was actually quite humorous. I'm at work the other day and my fun job, and we were actually talking about Hanukkah and how few people actually understand it. The whole festival of lights, and it was pretty interesting having conversations with mostly the younger workers. But we do have one worker who's one of the managers who actually is Israeli. And she came over and she was talking about it, and even customers were getting involved in this conversation. So happy Hanukkah. It's Arden, the crotchety old man, and I am here. Today's show is totally not what I wanted it to be. Originally, I was going to just talk more happy stuff, Hanukkah, Christmas, plans, what are people doing, but this is kind of the new subject for me for this. It's the whole anti-Semitism that's going on in the world. And I actually, as of yesterday, I actually wanted to talk more about the Venezuela and Donald Trump, and do I like it, do I not like it? So I'm going to touch on that maybe towards the end, but for right now, wanted to just go over this, what is going on in this country and all over the world. Have people been watching like all of the news? And because it's been bad. So the other day we have, so we have our problem in Bondi Beach, Australia, near Sydney, where 15 people were killed, many others injured by two men, one father and son combination. And it took, by the way, it actually took a little while for them to be identified. Even though we had plenty of video, it was like live action of these guys just shooting again and again and again. 4 minutes of nonstop shooting while people actually had their cell phones. And no one wanted to say that they were Islamic. I wonder why. In fact, later, the Australian Prime Minister was speaking about how no religion, we must have freedom of religion, and these are our core values, and we cannot let Islamophobia be wrapped up in this negative world. What the hell is he talking about, Islamophobia? You had two radical Islamists shooting a bunch of Jewish people who were celebrating Hanukkah. If what? That's the most anti-Semitic thing I've ever heard. What is going on? By the way, it's all over the country. Do you remember Joe Biden talking about white supremacy is the number one threat to America? It's not white supremacy. Like, for some reason, the left just is controlling the narrative that Islam, let's not talk about what they do. Let's not. Let's not talk about the shooters are Islamic. Oh, let's not talk about it. No. That's bad. Let's talk about the guns. So you had 15 people shot killed, many others wounded, and no one could fire back. Now, what was funny, I'm actually watching CNN. Yes, I do actually watch other channels. And they were talking about, how this is gun violence. Australia has some of the strongest gun laws in the world. And because of it, there was no one who could shoot back. I don't even think the police officers actually have guns, some of them. So there's literally video where people are zooming in, and it took one courageous man who actually started actually brawling and taking the rifle away from one of the shooters, and he didn't shoot the shooter, or at least hit him with the gun, smack him like a club. He didn't do it, and eventually he actually lost control of the gun, and he himself was wounded. We are seeing the direct result of poor left-wing laws that they want to enact. This is their dream. They want this. They want problems because only the government could save them. And what are they going to do? Put more laws in? So we'll take away all the guns. That always works. Take away all the guns, so only the bad guys can have them. Anyway, then you have in Rhode Island. So that's been completely out of the loop already. You had 2 people that were shot and killed, and you have the college. So it's Brown University. The head of Brown University, the president. Did you know she makes over $3 million a year as president of Brown University? It's pretty impressive. But anyway, she gave a press conference today. I hope you watched the video. She literally still, to this day, has no clue what was going on in the classroom. No idea. But the conspiracies are already starting. So one of the 2 people that were killed in that shooting, by the way, that the shooter is still at large. But one of the ones, this is a conspiracy only, I'm not going to say this is true. I'm just saying this is one of the conspiracies, is because one of the people who were killed, which just happened to be a huge Trump supporter and the president of the Republican group. By the way, there's only 20 members of this group in Brown. It's like their version of the Young Republicans. And she was killed. Interesting. And there's no video of the person. There's like this grainy video. So there's a video, but there's cameras everywhere around the university and none. They don't know who this person is, man, woman. We have no idea. Just got away. Nothing. But what was worse, if you watch the press conference where the head of the head, I forgot what his rank was. He had like lieutenant colonel, bird colonel recognition on there on his shoulders. I was like, they have a colonel in the police office. That's interesting. But so he's there, and there was a question that was proposed to him, and they said, the question was the person in custody. Do you have a person in custody? Talking about that, and a Rhode Island official leans in, and you can actually hear it because it actually pops up on the microphone. He goes, custody is the wrong word. The wrong word? So we can't use custody anymore. It's kind of like we can't use illegal alien anymore. It's illegal migrant. No, they're here illegally, and the correct term is illegal alien. Let's please stop using the word migrant. But so custody is being replaced by detained. So they've been detained, not put in custody. But it was just amazing that the guy leaned in, custody is the wrong word. Watch these videos. I mean, they're awful. They're awful. And did you see my our wonderful senator from New York? Literally yesterday gives a press conference, and he's like, I'll talk about the shootings in a little bit. I just want to talk about, go Bills. My Buffalo Bills won today. What an asshole. People are being shot and killed in Australia, and he's Jewish too. And his first words are let's talk about the Buffalo Bills, a football team. Like, where's the compassion? What is going on? I mean, there's too many problems going on, and we're dealing with, go Bills. So that's what's going on right now. So, of course, one of the shooters in Australia was killed, and the other one has been detained. We'll play the same game. Detained. And today, we heard about Rob Reiner. Now, I was thinking about this all day and how I wanted to wrap my head around it, and then I hear about what Donald Trump said. Actually, my brother actually said, if true, that's really bad. And then later, Trump doubled down on what he said, and basically, I'll let you read it online. You probably have, or probably have seen it. So I was watching MSNBC, sorry, MS Now, forgive me, I apologize. And they were talking about how this is like just like Charlie Kirk. Rob Reiner is just like Charlie Kirk? Really? Have you heard what he would call MAGA and Republicans and everything else? Well, so let me give you my impression right now as how I feel. Number one, as much as I disdained Rob Reiner as for his political leanings, I mean, I would never want to wish anyone to be killed. Not at all. I mean, would I like to have him in a debate with someone who literally crushes him in a debate? Yeah, that I like. But wanting someone actually to be murdered? Yeah. That's no. No. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. And if it was his son, if that actually is who was the actual killer, yeah, I mean, that's just horrible. Killing his mom, killing his dad, like that's absolutely atrocious. That's not good. So anyone who's cheering it on should not be. They should not be cheering that on. Now, I'm not going to go and say that this is anything like Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was different. Number one, he was assassinated by someone he did not know, who literally was killed in front of hundreds of people. It wasn't a family member. It wasn't over arguments. And Charlie Kirk would always be willing to speak with those who had different opinions than him. Never heard Rob Reiner have a friendly debate with anyone. I never saw that. And the fact that he was killed by his own family member in private in their own home is not like he was assassinated live on a college campus. So there is no comparison between the two. And Rob Reiner, now I watched a little Fox News today, and watching them was just bizarre. It was like they were giving him this huge memorial. I mean, they were talking about his movies and how great this was and how great that was, and that, you could do that later. It's perfectly fine. But it was fascinating. I almost felt like they were given orders, not to talk about, how, he would call, in his words, effing asshole MAGA people are, and how we should, be wiped off the face of the planet as well. I mean, like all of these tweets that he said, once again, he did not deserve to be killed by anyone. So I want to emphasize that, that's one of our problems. I mean, on the right, we have to not get into the physical violence unless violence is, turned against us. So don't go there, people. Just don't. It's not one for one. We don't want, I don't want anyone on the left to be killed or hurt or anything else like that. Now, if someone on the left punches you or tries to, knock them out and go for it. But this is not that time. But it was weird how they were just like on Fox News, how they were just like, oh my God, he was amazing. He was this, he was so good. And his movies are historic and blah. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's find out. You could say, yeah, he was cool. He was this, he was that. But let's not forget, he also wanted almost half the country to be put in, not his words, but similar, into camps. So he was not a good man. I mean, he's always going to be meathead, but did he deserve to be killed? No. Plain and simple. But he was not a good man to Republicans. Maybe he was a good father. I have no idea. Oh, look at that. Alfred's calling. Well, we're going to have to lower that. Yep, that's the Alfred ringtone, by the way, in case anyone wanted to know. We're going to have to make that a little lower. Poor Alfred. Yeah, the anti-Semitism. By the way, the right needs to stop that too. there's this growing. I mean, I don't want to say it was directly with Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. I mean, they could talk about like some people on the right who are going very anti-Israel. Okay, you can question Israel, of course you can. That's not anti-Semitic. But when you're actually talking about, how they're trying to control the words, the views of our people, no, just stop, because they're showing more anti-Semitic, than the people on the left. So we have left and right needs to stop. We have to start focusing and stop making excuses about the Islamophobia. I mean, we're watching what's going on. I'm watching videos about in Dearborn, and we're literally one of those YouTube bloggers, who is literally filming, and the police are doing nothing, and he literally gets punched in the face, and the police just stand there, punched in the face. His nose is bleeding. They try to smash his phone, and the police just do nothing, and they're standing right over, because he was trying to report about how that area is going crazy. The same guy has videos where he's walking down the street and you could hear the call over the loudspeakers. Yes, loudspeakers in towns, for the call to prayer. Like, what has happened to our country? I do remember, after 9/11, George Bush talking about we need to, not blame all Muslims. True. Absolutely true. But at the same time, we can't forgive them as well. So that's really what's going on. And yeah, I was really happy. I wanted to tell some fun stories. So a little more political stuff. So I did want to touch on the Venezuela thing. So I understand the seizing of the tanker now. I wish that was fully explained better after the Venezuelan tanker was taken. I mean, it was quote unquote illegally being detained in custody because it was bringing oil illegally to either China or Russia or something like that. And then Trump's like, yeah, we should just take the oil. Yeah. Now, when Donald Trump was threatening Venezuela, about going in there, actually putting boots on the ground, okay, I can understand it. I don't like it. I definitely want a lot more. First of all, let's have an end game before, are we gonna, if we're talking about regime change, are we talking about like decimating all of the drug? Fine, but explain it now. Fully explain before one single American goes over there and gets killed, even if in an accident. And if we're doing it there, why are we not doing it in Mexico? Mexico's right next door. And we're importing more Mexican drugs from there than Venezuela. So let's talk about our next door neighbor. If we're going to do it in Venezuela, we should be doing it in Mexico. I'm not saying we should, but I'm saying if we do one, why are we not doing the other? Now, I understand that the Venezuelan president Maduro is seen as illegitimate. And one thing is backing Trump is that the call for regime change, and I apologize, I forgot her name off the top of my head, the Nobel Peace Prize winner is actually agreeing with Donald Trump. So the Peace Prize winner, the left must hate her now, is saying that she agrees with Donald Trump. But at the same time, I don't want it. I don't want it. I was hoping that hopefully Maduro leaves on his own. Okay, enough about politics. Let's talk about what's going on in Happyville. We have had some fun days in two jobs, actually. Doing some training, helping some customer service work. And I was actually working with people on just smiling. How many times are you in a store and people are just not smiling? the people working there, anywhere. I can understand the mundane job of retail or fast food, or I mean, like, but even like restaurants, like where you're getting paid on tips. And if you're making money on tips, you need to be smiling more. Have conversation. Hey, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. Like if a waiter or waitress is like really nice and makes a mistake on my order, shoot, I'm still giving them a big tip because they're nice, they're kind, they care. The little things. You see like a little kid, is sitting there and a waiter or waitress or the cashier just looks at the little kid and says, "Hi," speaking to them. It's nice for the parents. It's nice for everyone else, but it's lost. It's become, I'm not to say it's an art. It's certainly not. But part of one of the things that I'm doing with one of my jobs is actually working with drivers to help them actually like speak to their customers, have conversation, if of course the customer wants to, and say, hey, how you doing? What do you do for just having conversations, which is fun. It's good. So when I'm at my other job, they actually want me roaming the store talking to everyone. That's now my new job. I'll be a cashier and I'll just talk way too much, but it's great. People are having a good time. They're having fun, especially this time of year. This time of year should be the best time of the year. Should be, but people are just being rushed around. They're oh, I got to get shopping. I got to decorate the house. I have to do this. I got to do that. Da, da, da. Take a breath. Enjoy the shopping. Hey, this is, and if the people working can help them, it goes a long way. So like I try to make my job fun with people. Try to have, if the customer asks for something, definitely help them, of course. And if you don't know, find out, help them. Help the person if they're looking for something. And if you don't know, don't just blow the person off. I've seen that a few times, or that's happened to me. Oh, sorry, we don't have it. Oh, okay. Thanks. Be apologetic. We actually, I had one manager who there was something that was on sale, but it was for the day before, and it wasn't on sale anymore. And they looked and said, "You know what? I'm marking it on sale again." Service, bringing customers back, making people feel like they're important. Whether you're spending $1,000 or $5, everyone should be important. Ask the customer's opinions about things. Hey, oh, so you like this product? What do you like about it? Have you tried it? I haven't tried it. Offer your opinion if you are knowledgeable. You know what I just tried? Have you tried the Dubai chocolate? It's like this. It's like this green filling. It's like a pistachio green filling. I tried a piece. It's like a TikTok sensation. That shit is good. It's really good. So I tried. I would never have tried it if the customer was like, "Yeah, it's actually that good." So I tried it. But then now, if someone asks me, I could say, "Yeah, it's good. I've had it." Offer your opinion if it's an educated opinion when it comes to like that. So that's all I got for you today. I was explaining to Dr. D, who might be joining me. Hopefully he does in January. And I was telling him, basically, I'm talking to myself. And the worst part is I'm listening and answering. Maybe I am going crazy. Could be. But I have my little dreidel here. I didn't make it out of clay. It's probably made in China. Wow, our dreidels made in China. That would be bad. Yeah, but I actually have one. I got it at a new one from work. It's good stuff. And I will be playing my little dreidel song. By the way, we definitely need more Hanukkah songs. I mean, I'm tired of Ben. Wow, I said Ben Stiller. Oh, way off there. Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song, which is, ate crazy. And then he had to make a second one. But anyway, I'll be back next week, and we'll feel free. By the way, I am back on X. Yes, I am back on X, just building it up right now. All my followers are bots, but so I'm starting to follow people. So feel free. It's Arden, the crotchety old man. Feel free to reach out, or if you like this show, we'd love it, and we would love and thank you. Feel free to reach out to us, me. And thank you again, people from all over the world. Doing well in England, doing well in Germany. Yeah, just I love to hear your opinions on things because I'm not right in my own mind. I'm right, but we all know that. But anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful week.